In the Greenhouse All-Stars, 18 legends of the game return for one more run at the crown. They're here to rekindle old battles, find new names for themselves, and maybe, just maybe, be crowned the best player in Greenhouse history. 4 seasons have all led to this. Each week, 3 All-Stars will enter the Greenhouse, earning power in deciding who goes home each cycle. Players in the Greenhouse designate which players are vulnerable at each week's banishment. Additionally, players are able to earn seeds, the in-game currency, and the vulnerable players can use those seeds to buy their way out of precarious situations. Alliances must be forged, lies must be told, and at the end of each cycle, someone has to go home. It's the ultimate game of negotiation. Do you strike now or save your power for later? Do you rescue a valuable ally or do you hang on to your seeds? 18 enter, 1 will leave. This is the Greenhouse All-Stars.
Okay.
It's you or me going up.
Yeah.
And Patrick was like, oh, if I don't put you up, can you promise me you won't give seeds to Uproot?
If you, wait, say it again?
Like, if he puts you up, he doesn't
Puts
want
me
me
up?
to contribute seeds to you to use Uproot.
So that they can vote me out?
No, because he would have to name a replacement, and he knows that, like, if I buy Uproot and take you off, he has to name an ally.
Mm.
So I shook his hand and said whatever, but we're at the point where, like...
Yeah. Are we still cool?
Yes.
Okay.
Lily, you're my number 1.
You're my number 1 too. And we
And
haven't, you know what I mean?
Lily's-
Obviously we're pitted against each other at some point and we're both up, then we have to do whatever we have to do. But
kind
until
of
that
what I
happens,
was-
I'm not moving against you. I don't know what conversations you've been having. They're putting me under the impression that it's not us, that they're just trying to eliminate Brady this
I don't
round.
think they're trying to target us.
So unless one of us gets the scoop that you have to use, that we have to use seeds to uproot one of us, I don't really think that's,
But
it doesn't
we don't-
seem
we
so
don't
far
need
that
to.
that's necessary.
I don't think we're the target.
So far.
I don't think
Unless we
need
get a
to.
sniff that that's not the case.
But if our shit detector goes off,
Yeah. Cool.
I love you.
I love you.
I will be putting you up.
Okay.
But me and Brandon just talked,
Uh-huh.
and we have like a mutual understanding of not wanting you to go. And I explained to him that my original scare with wanting to target you was you and Brandon's relationship, but he corroborated what you said, that y'all are more close friends than tight alliance members.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about the votes?
I mean, I'm a little scared that it's going to be me if I'm put up.
Well,
I can't tell who's the real target, me or Brady, you know?
where are the banked votes?
Spread out on
Yeah.
both sides.
I think Ross has 2.
Yeah.
And I think Brandon feels good with Ross. I think Brandon might be able to convince Ross, because I haven't talked to Ross this whole round.
Like to vote for Brady?
Yeah, because I don't know, do they have anything?
Who?
Brady and Ross. Who is Brady tight with?
I mean, kind of nobody. I feel like it's going to be Brady, but I also feel like I could be like kind of being blindsided right now. I don't really have a good read on what's happening, if I'm honest.
If you are going to be voted out, and I know, I will tell you.
Will
Because
you actually?
Yes, I can promise you that. And I wouldn't, not for just like jury management, but because I feel like this game, we have been so respectful towards one another that I wouldn't want it to end on such like a backstabby note.
Yeah, I don't really have an inkling. I got the feeling that he was going to hear you and Brady both out and then just choose who he thought based on his conversations.
That's what it is.
Yeah, I don't really know. I haven't moved against you.
I haven't moved against you. That's why I hate.
For whatever that's worth.
That's why I hate being put up against this. Like,
Yeah.
and I would have to say, like, and I didn't tell Brandon that, but it's like if I had to choose between you or Abrielle, I would rather work with you. Day one, we looked at each other, and
I've been,
and for me,
I haven't done anything to you,
and
so.
I have not. I don't plan to. I know that, like,
Could we get there eventually? I mean, I guess, but to this point, I haven't moved against you.
yeah,
Truthfully, that
Yeah.
I'm aware of, that I can recall.
Nope.
Like, I haven't moved against you.
nope.
So I don't really feel like I'm the bigger. I was telling them, like, I mean, you could play it however you want to play it. Maybe they don't want to nominate Abrielle because they know she's going to get uproot. But, I mean, she has way more seeds. So, I mean, wouldn't you want her to deplete her seeds maybe? I don't know.
Shit.
Just to reiterate, I feel like Jessica's still very...
I'm leaning toward Brady. I think you have a better, if you or Abrielle have a better chance of staying if Brady's on the block.
You think?
I think Brady, well, don't you?
Yeah, probably so.
And he was like, if you need to put me up, like, I guess I understand, da da da. It's like, okay, well, then. Thanks
That's,
for making
I
that
mean,
easy.
yeah, that's a fair game for
Yeah,
you. Yeah.
I just talked. I thought it was going to be Jess. I thought it was going to leave because Jess would make more sense if we had the votes.
Yeah.
But I don't know if we have the votes.
I feel like Meredith's nervous. I mean, I feel like you and Meredith are building inroads.
Trying to a
Real
little.
good inroads, I think.
I'm trying to.
I feel like I'm still very cool with Ross.
Yeah.
Patrick has to be out of power next time since he can't compete.
And I'm happy as a flower for that.
We could convince them potentially if we had the vote. You know what I mean? Like
To
we
get
could.
Patrick. I think
could.
he's got to be next.
We could if we have a person survive this. If we successfully get Brady, we could
So
potentially swing them.
I'm gonna do Brady, and I don't think he'll uproot himself. I'm not giving him any seats.
I don't think he has enough unless people give them to him.
Yeah.
I don't know that he's high enough for anyone to give him their seats at this point.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I really do feel closest to you,
Mm-hmm.
and I think Patrick is easier to sway than it will be her. I really do.
In what manner?
Like when making decisions.
Oh, okay.
Or
okay.
I think I'm a little more fearful.
Of Meredith?
She also told me in here that if the four of us make it to Final Four, I'm cut at 4.
Oh, she told you that?
Very heavily implied. She said she has a fear that you two will cut her
Me and
at
Ashley?
3. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
She thinks you two will cut her at 3. So when I talked to Patrick and Abrielle came out, they said, well, what if we...
So they don't know right now?
Not right now.
Oh, but next round.
Next round, they said, what if... And so this is what Patrick
That's
said.
interesting.
You have green thumb,
Mm-hmm.
and depending on how it goes next round, I would take the shot, because she just told me I'm number 4.
Mm-hmm.
I can say, I can't play with someone who has 3 people higher than me. Or,
Right.
Brandon is higher than me on hill rank.
So you'd be 4th or 5th.
Yes, and we have 8 people left. I
That's
don't
not-
want to be her 4th or 5th.
Not the best, yeah.
I think she said that if it was me versus Lily on the block, she will vote Lily.
100%. Same here.
That being said, next round, I'm comfortable cutting. I'm
Okay.
comfortable making that move. So if I don't get greenhouse and you want to use the green thumb to get me in there, know that I will ride
I understand.
to the end with you.
I think that we have a weird fly trap brotherhood.
Yes!
And
Yes! And I really think Abrielle can be that. She was just talking to Patrick, and I have not seen them engage the way they were engaging out there. Like, the body language, everything.
okay.
And she's been logical, she's been sound, she's been rational the whole time.
Let's get you through this round.
And then we'll talk about it.
And let's...
Do it?
No, I'm not saying let's do it. I'm saying that, like, let's focus on getting you through this round.
Yeah.
But I like where your head's at. And I tend to agree that it's it would be advantageous of our game to at least think it
Consider
over.
it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't think it's off the table.
Cool.
Welcome to the nomination ceremony. Good job, Allstars. Patrick will begin as he has the power of the sunflower. His nominee will also be awarded 1 seed.
Not a lot of people left. We had a long discussion in the greenhouse. I was left with 2 people that I was choosing between. This person knows they're going up. Primary reason is they have not been nominated yet. I don't necessarily want them to go home, but it has to be done. Lily.
In the words of Thor, ew, Jesus Christ.
Christian, that's how you do it.
She picked not a good. You're not.
I've got a Thorgy poster. I saw her.
And next we have Brandon, who has the power of the rose. His nominee will not receive a seat.
Okay, so this, like Patrick said, this is tough. We're getting close to the end here. And we have to start to see where loyalties lie. I think, to a point, some of us have built really good relationships throughout the house. And then there are some of us who maybe are trying to do that, but might be flip-flopping a little bit. No judgment on that. It's just like how things have shaken out with this incredible top 7 that we have. So let's draw some 8.
We're 8
Four.
currently.
We gotta do it. So Brady.
Thank you, Brady. Please.
Hey, sisters. Hey, sisters.
And with that, our 2 nominees are Brady and Lily. This nomination ceremony is moved straight to the auction room. Thank you so much.
Welcome to the auction. Again, just see an uproot. You may begin Ding. Remember, we go to banish as soon as the auction ends.
I mean, I genuinely don't think it should be me
No, I agree.
because I haven't crossed either of you, especially. I don't think I've truly crossed anyone as far as like made an explicit deal and then turned my back on them.
You know what's interesting is that literally every person that you've crossed or like gone after, you've gotten out. And so if you
But I haven't even crossed them because none of those people that I have explicit promises to or anything like that.
I'm not saying
You know
cross
what
in
I
a bad way. I'm saying
Yeah.
cross like you've done a good job at keeping your ledger
Yeah,
clean.
I've
Because
Yeah.
played a really clean
Yeah.
game.
very
You know what I mean?
clean, incredibly
Yeah.
clean.
So, you know what
Which
I mean?
is
Like,
why you've never been nominated.
right, and so like the people that I have spoken to, you know what I mean, of
Yeah.
like, hey, we're cool, or hey, let's work together, or anything like that. I haven't given anyone any reason to think that I'm like some unpredictable wild card like power player or anything like
Yeah.
that. So I don't really feel like, I don't know, I don't really feel like it's warranted.
No, I
Brady
agree.
is completely gonna do whatever he thinks, and each round is gonna keep him in. You have literally no idea how he's gonna vote ever.
Yeah.
I have been pretty predictable with how I voted. I haven't lied to anyone about who I'm voting for.
Mm-hmm.
There's kind of two ways to play the game, and it's like pick a side or play the middle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And playing the middle is not a bad strategy.
Yeah.
Brady just plays it. He's playing the middle, which
Yeah.
is fine
Mm-hmm.
because that is a valid strategy.
Mhm, mhm.
I think he just plays it not as well as some other middle players.
Mhm.
Like I think you've kind of played the middle,
Mm-hmm.
but I think you've played it quieter.
Yeah.
And my thing is, I've said this before. I think that given the choice between predictable and unpredictable, all things being equal, I'm going predictable because
Yeah.
at least I'll know how to act.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
I think we know which one's which in
Right.
that category with
Right.
you and Brady.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
If you're thinking about your later rounds where you might need someone to swing in for you and stuff like that,
even-
I have not lied to anyone about if I'm saying like, hey, yes, I will use my vote for you, or I will give you the seed, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't crossed any of that, so I'm so much more advantageous to keep around as an ally if you believe that I'm an ally for you.
Yeah.
You know
Lily,
what I
even
mean?
if I have to
So-
go against you, I at least know, I think, how you act more than I'll know how Brady will act if I have to
Right,
go
yeah.
against him.
Yeah, and you
You know
know
what I'm saying?
exactly. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm a lot easier to read.
Yeah.
So to me, it doesn't make any sense to try and take me out now and take Brady into a later round when you have literally no idea what he's gonna do.
I agree.
That makes no sense.
I agree.
Yeah.
So
I think we found a roadmap at least for another round or two. Brandon just stands in the line, right? And I think he's trying to say that it's like you, Lily, and him. Not me. It's Meredith on this side. She is the most in the middle. And
She is the most in the middle. She needs to go.
So here's what I just talked to Ross and Patrick about. Once you left, I wanted you to leave so he didn't see the perception. I told him, I said, and this is true, Meredith ranked me. She started ranking me
I
with,
think it worked a little bit, but.
and when you left, he was into it. Ross and Patrick both threw out the idea of giving me Green Thumb and me getting Meredith out. And replacing Meredith with you. We are top twos for each other. They might be top twos for each other. But that being said, Ross said he would rather take me and argue with me at a final than take Patrick. And I fully believe him. He has not told me a lie this single game. I think if you vote to keep me, Jessica will vote to keep me. She really will. And I do think we take a shot at Meredith and Brandon next.
You know how I feel about that. Like, Meredith needs to go.
She told me if it's me versus Lily, she keeps me. I don't believe that for a second. I think she plays pretty honest, and I don't know why she would lie right there. But that being said, whether she lies or not, if I have you and I have Ross and I have Jessica, I feel comfortable with any combination. I feel comfortable that I will stay over Lily.
I will say I'm just as worried about Ross as Meredith, but mostly just because on the list of people I've talked to, Ross and I have had the least amount of contact, and I know Ross is coming after me. At this point, it wouldn't make sense for him to go after anyone else that he's been working with before he goes after me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That being said, the people voting are me, Jessica, Meredith, and Ross. And I've said before, that's a group of people. I've told you this before, I told Shane before. I said there's, these couple people that are definitely working together. On one vote, they're three. Even with my banked vote, they have banked votes.
I genuinely think.
If they're lying to you,
Then good on them.
then I can't do anything to stop it.
Everyone is so goddamn stupid. I haven't touched the block, and everyone I've nominated has gone home. Bye.
I'll explain kind of my. I was between the two.
Yeah.
I was leaning toward Jessica, but hearing that you would put Lily up, I'd like to keep Lily for one more week. I want her to try and have a chance to go next time. So that's why I put Brady. Now, if Brady comes off, we'll put Jessica, but I don't know if the votes are there to keep her.
I think she's a harder person to paint as a target if you're trying to keep Lily.
Yeah.
Compared to
you know what I mean.
Brady.
So that's kind of again just like in keeping good faith with them. That's where I was, and he was on the list, so that's why I went with Brady, just to explain. And I really do want to see if he can pull himself off. I want to know who helps him, and I want to know how he did it, because then that helps me to understand where Brady truly is. That's kind of where I am.
I don't see anybody going out on a limb to
help Brady.
Here.
Yeah, that's the thing, that like he wants to go out on a limb for us, but like, am I gonna do the same for him?
These are mine.
Yeah, this late in the game, it's such a hard sell to want to spend your resources on someone that like
hasn't,
is not a
all we've had is good talk. The other thing, like Jess and I, when we talked, like, not that she's directly helped me, but like the whole Monopoly situation of it all, like, did come about, and this is my kind of like, okay, I would like to put a button on that and then never speak about it again. So that's why I went, just for the record,
I understand.
with Brady.
I think it's perfect sense.
And I think it's inevitable. I don't know, unless he can get out of it, and then I'd be super impressed. And good luck.
Then he would be a threat.
Yeah.
He'd flip over from wild card to threat.
Yeah.
Be interesting.
Anyway, that's that.
Do me a solid here. Will you at least tell me if I should be work concerned?
Yes, I will tell you. I don't think you should be.
Truly?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think you should go and talk to Meredith.
Okay.
Have you talked to her?
Not this round.
You should go talk to her.
Okay.
She feels like you don't talk to her.
Okay.
And I think you should make a pitch.
Yeah.
And then if you get through it, I mean, I know obviously you're trying to get the greenhouse. The next head is Patrick or Ross. It has to be.
I mean, I think they're huge, much bigger threats than me,
Patrick,
and I'm still a very
is
workable
jingle
candidate.
jangling, and I don't know how much is in there. I don't want to burn one of mine to figure it out, but it's just inevitable. So yeah. But anyway,
But I mean, I would
you should go talk to
appreciate.
Meredith.
I will, and I would just appreciate y'all telling me if I actually need to try and uproot, or like if this is like.
I don't know what people are
You're
not
not
telling
voting.
me. I know.
You're not losing anything by telling me you think it's me, because you're not even the one contributing.
I am not going to lie to you here. I don't think you have anything to worry about.
Okay.
What did you say? This is my current opinion.
Yeah, if that changes,
That is
I would
the
appreciate
information
you
that I
letting me
have, and
know.
I will come
So
and
at least
find
give me a warning.
Yeah.
You're not voting for me. You're not voting anyway. So
I have no
you're
reason
not
to lie
losing,
to you right now.
You're not losing anything by telling me.
Yeah. Okay, but talk to Meredith.
Yeah.
So ideally, I would have been able to put up Patrick, but he was in the greenhouse, so, this was not the week to put Ross up. I'm talking more with Meredith. I hope that Lily and Abrielle don't feel like betrayed by me, but I didn't nominate them. Brady should be going home. Lily should stay. I'm worried about like my whole thing about flip-flopping and that being used against me. So I'm just, whoever's in the greenhouse next week is who I'm sticking with to the end. That is my current opinion. Thank you.
You have 8?
I have no idea. I don't count.
That's cap. I count. You have 8.
Okay.
You're crazy. Crazy Wildcat.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't want 8.
I know,
Jesus.
I know.
I feel like I should probably start bargaining with them.
I'm saying, do you want to... I can hold 2, so that way it doesn't seem like you have as many as you do, and you can... I'll swear, pinky, whatever.
Yeah.
You know that I'm not going to... First off, how could I use them against you? It's not like there's like a fly trap or anything.
Yeah.
Also, if you want to like start using some, goodbye seed count just to get.
I don't care about that personally.
That's very important in the game, Meredith.
It's pretty important.
Especially after a game where they were dealing out seeds for like candy.
Yeah.
Wait, you have 9. You're such a rat. Oh.
Go get him.
Go get him.
I genuinely.
Wait. You have 10. You won 2 competitions over there, didn't you? The stacking
and the
and
other.
Oh my God! Please give me some. If anybody knows you have 10, you are going to be like giga targeted. They're gonna drain you.
I have been thinking about getting rid of some of them. I've been thinking about trying to buy some loyalty and just get rid of some because I don't need this many. So I have been talking to Brandon and Abrielle. I want you to hear this from me.
Okay.
That, like, I am putting out feelers with them.
Okay.
But, like, you know where I am. I hope that you know that.
I mean, if you were to flip on me and also like Ross, then great move. I think if it would make you too big of a target to ever make it to the end. If you were to flip and take out, because you would be going to the end with people who have been less active and you've been more active.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're more likely to get taken to the end by more active, loyal people to you.
And that's the thing, that, like, I'm telling you this because it's not really my intention.
Okay.
Like, I can't say that I'm not considering it as a last resort.
Yeah.
But I would have to be put in the world's most desperate situation, because you know how I am, that, like, I don't want to be that player. That's not my vibe. I don't want to be dishonest. I don't want to turn on my friends. But I'm talking to them to have that safety net. Mostly not because I want to turn on you guys, but because of greenhouse situations and powers at play.
Plus, if you're off the block with them, it does benefit us because that you having that influence. I think,
yes.
I don't see any issue with it.
Okay, and that's why I want to talk to you about it, to make sure that, like, we are on the same page. Like, I don't see any reason it's not me, you, and Ross at the end. Like, Abrielle even said when I was talking to her that, like, if we count up the resources, we own this game.
Yeah, she has a lot too.
She has a lot of seeds, but we still have Queen Thumb.
Who are you voting out?
Lily. What?
Good.
What else would we... Why? Like,
I know.
I get the argument for Brady, but, like...
But that's their argument.
He's out whenever we want.
Yeah, and he's like a Brody 2.0.
Not even a Brody 2.0.
I meant like in proximity to our alliance.
I think Meredith has banked votes I'm nervous about. I'm really nervous about. That being said, the 5 ices...
She doesn't want... She wants Lily to go.
Mm-mm.
What?
Mm-mm. So Abrielle's gonna come talk to you and see where you want to vote. I just talked to her, I talked to Patrick, and I talked to Ross. I think Ross will keep me in.
Mm-hmm.
Abrielle, if Ross and you keep me in, they will keep me in. I think you have a banked vote, if I'm correct.
Mm-hmm.
Meredith has a banked vote, and Lily has a banked vote. I would ask that if you're comfortable, and if we do really feel solid that Ross and Abrielle will keep me, which I really do. I feel like the 3 people I've been working closest
Mm-hmm.
with are you, Ross, and Abrielle, just in different formulas.
Yeah.
Meredith told me, sitting in there, last night I made a deal with the devil, right? I needed to survive into today. So I was like, I'm working with fucking idiots. I tried to be as convincing as possible. They said, you can be our number 4. I sat in that room and asked, if it's me or Lily, who goes? She goes, I could be swayed either way, but I think you have nothing to worry about. She then said, I said, do you think the boys will turn on each other, being Ross and Patrick?
Mm-hmm.
She said, no, I don't think so. I think the 3 of us are solid. I said, 3 of us? She said it to me. On top of that, she then says that she thinks they will turn against each other, or they might work again together and get her at 3 and go to a final 2 instead of a final 3.
Who said that?
Meredith. So she told me not only am I number 4, she's scared she'll get cut at 3, and thinks that they'll go to 2. I think Patrick and Ross are loyal to us, and if they see someone breaking from the pack, I think they can be convinced it's not a good look, and we are stronger together. So my pitch is Abrielle becomes Meredith. Abrielle is looped in.
Yeah,
So
I from the past couple rounds, like, I thought, like, Meredith was, like, super being honest. And I mean, to an extent she is, but I've seen a lot of flip-flop. And it's given with the boil, like, the heat that we have under us, but it's a little too much when it's crunch time, and I think I know someone.
And the boys are bigger threats than us moving forward.
Yes.
They're going to be bigger eyes, and I know that if this is the round to get me, it's going to get me. If I don't go out this round, I'm making final 3 with you. I really do think we will get there.
Yeah.
So all I ask is, I would love if you could try to pull Ross and Abrielle, talk to them without me, and gauge. Because I think they will potentially open it up and start with. But
Yeah.
I've only talked to Meredith, and she felt it was close, but I think she might be leaning towards Lily. But I don't want to speak.
Correct.
I don't want to speak on that and then have it come back that I was running around telling people.
Right.
I don't know. I know I can't vote. When we put them up, we ideally weren't sure on.
1 second, please. If I had to pick right now, I'd probably vote Lily on. But that is right now, and that could change literally with whoever just knocked to come in. Would you be okay with that?
I've been thinking about this since I heard the nominations because I have worked with both of them. I feel like Lily has less people that she's truly loyal to than Brady, who I think they're both playing the middle, but I think Brady has branched out a lot more, so I don't know which is more threatening later on.
Right.
So I'm kind of stuck.
I know, and I think they'll both be loyal to the group that votes to save them. I don't think. No, I don't think Brady's would come after you, and I don't think Lily would come after anyone.
No. I don't think any of them would come after the voters. I'm thinking end game. Has Brady made too many promises to actually keep me safe?
I think.
Or has
I think Brady has at least.
Do you know what I mean? That's and I'm not saying I'm leaning either way. This is I have to think it out loud.
Right.
I mean, I think if Brady gets in power, there's at least a few people that he would target before you, and I know if Lily was in power, there's a lot of people that she would target before you.
This game is so much. Right now, I am at a moral impasse where I don't think I can beat Meredith. I don't know if I can allow myself to go to the end with her because she's just gonna win. Everybody loves her, and she's been not pandering to the jury, but she's been openly vocalizing her moves as she's doing them and talking about her social connections and her final twos. And she's even doing the strategy that I like to do, where you make sure you're good with everyone. She told me about that, so I feel good with her that I'm towards the top of her list, but I don't know if she's saying the same things to them. And it's so scary. It's so scary. And I'll go to the end with Ross. I think we've played similar games. I personally think that I have made more strategic moves and have had more social connections. But again, I don't know. But ideally, Meredith and Ross are not who I want to sit next to in the end. Both of them would be terrible for me, as Meredith would get all the votes from people that love her and acknowledge the great game she's played. And then I think me and Ross might split between the people who appreciate the more strategic moves. I still feel good with Jess. Feeling better about Abrielle. I don't want Lily to go really, but I think she has to go at this point. And then I need to cut down on Meredith's options. So that way in the end I can at least cite that if she is there. But Brady is down to take the shot. If I don't have to, I can wash my hands of it. She also has so many seeds. Oh, I just want her to give me some, because your boy needs some seeds.
Jessica said she will vote with me, but she wants to talk with you and Abrielle to ensure that that's what's happening.
Sure.
She may use her bank vote because Lily has one and Meredith has one.
Okay.
This may be the spot that it comes down to. That being said, like I said, I will take the shot next round if I make it.
I'm not voting you out.
Cool. And
I think I can convince them to not vote you out.
So that they want to, I told Jessica, go talk to both of them, and the 4 of us plus Patrick, the 5 of us.
That's right.
The wagon is still going.
You need to walk out of this room as if I gave you a I'm not sure what I'm doing look.
Okay.
Because that's what I'm telling everyone, but you're good.
Cool. Should I send Jessica in?
Yes. Thank you.
I haven't made any moves against you or anyone that's close to you. So I guess for me, I mean, Brady's been pretty outward, in the previous round. Like he was like let's get Brody out, but then like I need to like he was like if I pass Brody, like we have to get one of the three of you out. He's definitely gunning for like you, Patrick, or Ross. Like he's made that clear. Like also he swings back and forth like a pendulum, and you have no idea how he's going to vote. Like from a truly logical standpoint, I don't understand why he wouldn't be the more important person to get out this round. I genuinely feel like it's stronger for y'all's game to get Brady out. I really do. Because I feel like at least with me, I have not, any verbatim promise I have made to someone in this game, if they accept it, I have stayed true to it. So if you make deals with me in future rounds or whatever, you know what I mean? Or if I tell you I'm going to use a banked vote or that I'm going to tell you this is true or like whatever, you have no reason not to trust that. Brady's been back and forth between several groups.
Yeah.
So I just feel like it's way smarter to keep me, you know what I mean? I haven't moved against you at all. So I'm still open to work together, especially with these dwindling numbers, you know what I mean? Especially if you lose some of your key allies or if you're nervous that they're going to flip on you, that sort of thing. I'm still a very swingable player, you know what I mean? If we need to, as we're like getting into these smaller numbers, you know? I feel like I haven't really, so far, like I have not given you any reason not to trust me if we make a deal.
Yes. So I think you make a great point, first of all, that like, honestly for me, it's almost neither here nor there which one of you goes out because, yeah, Brady is swinging back and forth, and it's likely that he will gun for us, but I think it's as likely that you would.
Okay.
That, like, yeah, I think it would make sense for your gameplay that one of us would be next.
Yeah.
And no, I totally know what you mean about feeling like the next couple of rounds are going to be really important and changes can still be made, that nothing is set in stone. And I do very much respect you as a person of your word. I was actually honestly very surprised in Monopoly when you honored a specific bargain that you made instead of general loyalty.
I did.
That did very much surprise and impress me.
I feel like if you make a verbatim promise, that's it. It's one thing to be like, we're good, or like, we're cool, or like, yeah, I think so too. You know what I mean? Those are a little bit more flexible. But if you say, I will do this, and you know what I mean? Like, shake, like that sort of thing, like we did in there, to me, that makes no sense. Moving forward to the jury, like, why even go to the finale at that point? You know what I mean? Like, because everyone's going to be like, you're a giant liar.
So all I ever said to him is, we're good. And he was like, okay, so we're locked down. I was like,
no, that's
different.
different.
To you.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, in a later round, if you need to call upon me and we make a deal, you know what I mean? I have been a woman of my word. I've given you no reason. But I also made the point to Ross that I was like, later on, if y'all do want to gang up on me, I've been pretty predictable that I'm easier to gang up on. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, because I've been a more predictable, you know what I mean, player that like, I feel like it's much easier to make a plan, you know what I mean, to know exactly what you need to do to get me out. Brady has been such a wild card and continues to try and make deals to save himself that, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I feel like at a certain point, if he can survive through this round, if he has found the correct alliances to do that, that the unpredictability, it might be a lot harder to get him out later.
Yeah.
I guess, is my point.
To her. She made a great case for herself, so I think my next move is to talk to the other voters and honestly just figure out order of operations because I don't intend to keep her further next round, maybe. But it's the same with Brady that, like, he has given us more to go on and is trying to get his way into fourth, but I think he knows there's no chance he moves further than fourth with us, so it's hard to trust someone who's going to get desperate. So my last confessional was in Emma's room, and I was saying that, like, what is the truth? Where are my loyalties? And it turns out I'm such a softie. I was, like, trying to skirt around it with Ross, and he put his hand out, and he's like, I'm like, okay, never mind. I can't do it. I don't know if I could actually betray them, and especially with Patrick when I was, you know, like, I'm trying to be strong and fluff and be like, oh yeah, it's just a last resort. And when I talked to them, that was not the idea. I genuinely thought, like, that's a good plan. And what if we did shake things up and I go with these people? But then I talked to these guys that I've been working with all game and who are just, like, genuinely people I enjoy being around. I'm like, I don't think I can do it. I don't know if I have the heart for it. And that is the game I would rather play. As much as it does appeal to me in some sense to be a very dramatic player and to do one of those, you know, big snazzy moves of like, oh, and I go crazy and I do this unexpected trio. That's, at the end of the day, not who I am and how I play. I've always been consistent, and I said coming into this game that the only thing I ever needed to succeed and to win was people who would stand by me from the beginning, who would lock in with me early, and who would stand by me. And that is what I have been given. And so I would like to see if that is actually the truth, that that is all I ever needed, was people who would stand by me from early in this game. And I wanted to play a social game, and I'm doing it, and but that can still be an honest social game. And I feel bad because I really meant what I said when I talked to Abrielle and Brandon. But at the end of the day, like, first comes first.
What the fuck are we doing?
What the
There's
fuck
4
is
votes.
happening?
There's 4 people voting. It's me, you, Ross, Meredith.
Mm-hmm.
Of those
Brady thinks it's him. Is that true? Is that what you've been hearing?
That's what I've been hearing until nominations were down.
I heard that
Patrick-
the votes were to Lily until nominations went down. Now I'm hearing Brady.
That's what I was told, and now it's 360, so I'm kind of annoyed.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what am I?
Yeah.
Y'all
Yeah.
just fucking played me?
Yeah. Yeah. Because, like...
And I'm close to both of them, so I don't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone gave me the impression that it was going to be Brady, and I was like, oh God. And then I went in there, and they were like, Lily. I was like...
Where's Meredith?
I don't know, I haven't talked to her.
I
know you.
Oh, this is Brady. Brady real lost. He got 1. Oh, shit. Keep track of your cups. Wow.
I know I just talked to you, and like Patrick came in and it was chill. Before nominations, who were you under the impression was the target?
Probably Lily or Brady.
No.
No.
If it was Lily and Brady
Oh,
going up, who were you under the impression that the target was?
genuinely had no clue. Was not getting any inside information from
Okay.
people that I talked to.
Because people told Jessica Lily was the target. People told me Brady was the target. Once the noms were done, we both heard the opposite thing.
Oh boy.
And it swapped.
And here's another thing that
Oh, boy.
now I'm like, oh, am I getting absolutely
Played.
destroyed? Because Patrick, before noms, he was going to put up me or Lily. He made me sit down, shake his hand that I would not contribute seeds to Uproot because Lily was not the target. So now that noms are done, and I'm hearing the opposite, I'm like, when I came to talk to you, and I was like, oh yeah, I heard things were leaning Lily. That was news to me.
Really?
So I think I'm getting fucked over here.
Who's doing the fucking?
I don't know, but we heard very different information.
I feel like everyone I've talked to has. So maybe they're not telling me anything because I feel like everyone I've talked to has been like, kind of not sure what's gonna happen. Lily and Brady both made their pitch, and then Brandon basically just like was the thing. Like, I want you to I didn't nominate anything. I was like,
Brandon told me he prefers Brady
over Lily.
over Lily, and then Patrick told me he prefers Brady over Lily, and then Patrick's talked to Brady one-on-one and changed his mind apparently.
Oh boy.
Because Patrick had told me that, and then Brady came out for a one-on-one with Patrick.
And I guess that's Patrick. I guess that's where the
what
weak link is. Because I too, like, I thought we were cool with Brady. But Brady came up to me.
Brady thinks he's the target.
Brady thinks he's the target. He came up to me knowing he's the target, and asked me for my bank vote.
Okay.
After I just got done saying, like, I want to play my own game, but it's kind of like, because I didn't think I had to use any of this because of the choices that were picked. Like, it was sucky, but it was the same, like, we knew that it was between Brady or I. I just had to let that sit
Can I
out.
suggest something crazy?
Let's go.
That I would really prefer not leave this room.
Yeah.
What if we just said right now, we control this, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if we just said right now, these are the 2 that are up right now, they're the next 2 to go these next 2 rounds? What if we just made that decision and we locked ourselves into final 6? We could lock ourselves in right now.
Baby, I would say yes, but I was not supposed to be an option to be a nominee. Brady and I both, like, we all knew what was going on. Like,
Were you an option?
Yes, I was an
Yes.
option to go up.
Yeah, it was
Even
Lily
though
and
we
Abrielle.
had that conversation
Yeah.
about, like, I know we can't compete next
Yeah,
round.
yeah,
Brady
yeah.
and I would really like to be safe. It was almost me.
Patrick was almost going to put you up.
It was almost me and Brady up there. And the reason
Wait,
I'm not up there is
wait.
because he said, don't use your seeds, don't use uproot. Lily's not the target. I'm going for Brady. Do you see
I understand.
why I'm, like, freaking
I
out?
understand the
Alright.
paranoia, but there's
Alright.
one very important thing.
Yeah, let's go right back.
Patrick can't win Greenhouse next season, or next round. He can't come after you. So,
I mean, I'm not worried that he's coming after me, but I'm worried that I'm getting lied to and I'm getting fucked over and, like...
I don't have the information that you are. I don't think you are.
So where the votes in here, doesn't matter who anyone else's target is. We're
Right.
in here right now.
Right.
So Lily just came to me and made a very compelling case for herself, and I'm honestly down to go either way. I'm not looking to upset anybody, and so like if I can help you guys out with your game right now, for me like this is honestly neither here nor there. Neither of them is a priority for me.
I floated that. What if we just decide right now that these two that are up right now are the next two out?
And that's kind of my mentality.
Well, and the reason that I mean, like, I would be, sure, hunky-dory, but, like, I had a promise from last round that did not, like, me and Brady
Didn't
weren't...
have a promise from me.
Like,
Or you had a promise
yeah,
from me, and
like-
I would have kept it.
like,
Patrick said that he
Patrick
was
said
not
he
aware of
wasn't
that.
there, but, like, everyone, like, it was said multiple times with the whole group in the room.
Personally,
And I know, I
also
told him I wasn't mad at him for it, but, like, it was a low blow, and it could have been both of us up there, people who couldn't compete. It would have been a low blow. And then
I'm
for
with
me to get told incorrect information, like, Patrick to sit down and say, promise me you won't use your seeds, shake my hand, Lily's not the target, and then I leave, he talks to Brady and everything flips. So I'm freaked out.
You need to talk to Lily. I think we need to make a decision now.
Patrick's not in charge.
Patrick's not in charge.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's just why I'm freaked out, and I wanted to talk to you
I
guys.
think you need to put that in an envelope, put it in the bag, and know that, you know, Patrick has said that, Patrick has done that to you, but reiterate, Patrick is not running the show. You know, next time, no, I know, but next time, he's not going to have flower power.
But we don't have time, so
We don't have
before
time,
those,
right.
what are we doing?
You said Lily gave a compelling argument.
She did.
She probably gave me a very similar one, which is why I'm...
Who have we been working with the most out of Lily and Brady so far?
I think it's
Brady
easy.
for me.
I think it's easier to get Brady out next round. That's why I would get Lily out this round. But I'm going with what you guys say. I'm putting my vote in your hands. You decide.
That's what it
Do
is.
you have a working relationship with Brady?
I've worked.
I have a working relationship with Brady. Do you have a working relationship with Brady?
Let's get Lily out.
Do you have a... No. Do you have a working relationship
Yes.
with Brady?
Yes.
We're all working with Brady. Who is he really loyal to? Because I know he's working with everyone up there.
Doesn't
But
matter.
that's what I mean, is that if we are on the idea of the two
And
people up
he-
on the block is next, like one now, one next, then we get Lily out, Brady thinks he's safe, and we catch him.
She upholds the agreements that she makes, and she can be partnered with, and she has given proof of that.
Yeah.
I was very surprised in Monopoly when she upheld a like random agreement over general loyalty,
That's fair.
and that earns my respect. And I personally feel like I can bargain with her, whereas Brady, like, what does that mean for
Who
me?
are we voting for? You tell me. I'm voting for them.
You're really Brady. I think I'm good. I'm really upset about it.
I'll vote Brady.
I'm really upset about it too. I think we're in a similar...
I'm really upset about
Me
it
too.
too.
But I'm trusting you guys. I'm putting my trust in you.
Yeah.
Are we ready to vote?
Alright.
Yeah, and that next. I'm sorry.
I told you that I would be honest if I thought you were going. I don't know if you're going, but I'm less confident than I was that you would be staying. And I feel like I had to tell you that. This isn't pandering. This isn't trying to set myself up for your vote in any way. This is just me being totally honest, and we've played this game being honest with each other. I'm not positive where the vote's going. As positive as I was in the beginning.
If it is me, I can divvy up my seeds and they don't have to be burned, or like what, I mean, is it me?
I mean, we just sat in here with Meredith and Ross. And
I haven't given either of you any reason.
Yeah.
Did you tell
I told her, like, we all decided to vote together and we talked about it, and it was like very back and forth because this round apparently has been very back and forth and like
Yeah.
But Meredith said you gave a very compelling argument, and she really liked how you stuck to your agreement, your random agreement in the Monopoly challenge, and that one I respect.
We did agree that you were more reliable than Brady.
Yeah.
And maybe
that's threatening. I don't know.
We have all been working with Brady more, and we have decided to cash that.
Like we don't know where the loyalties actually are.
Yeah.
And so we've decided to side with you.
Truly, unless it is the blind side, I guess kudos, but like, I don't know why, I haven't given you any reason to do that yet. I really haven't,
why would I lie to your face?
I don't know.
Well, you have 2 seats, what can you do?
That's kind of where I'm at.
You?
Later, sure, light me on fire, but like, I really don't understand why this round.
Yeah.
If it's a blind side, kudos.
I think it'll be a good decision like going forward.
All right.
And with that, the auction has ended with no purchases. I know.
We feel that way too.
So let's head to the living room.
All right.
Let's go get somebody banished.
Stu said
They're telling me that it's you and not me, but they could also be blindsiding me right now, so.
I don't know where my pot
I
is.
think they're close in Emma's room.
If y'all tell us what to do, we'll handle it.
Transfer to Abigail.
Everything?
I have one.
The whole lot. No transfers.
Welcome to the banishment ceremony. Nominees, your fellow players, will soon be casting their votes to banish one of you from the game. With that being said, you each have a chance to make your final plea.
I'll go first.
Okay. Brady will go first.
No, like this is so crazy. So I have been the most nominated person this season. This is my 4th nomination. That's crazy for sure. I think that a lot of you have the opportunity to see the ship you're on and switch courses. There are people that don't serve you here. There are people who are 10 steps ahead of you. And that is a vague statement from me. I think Brandon got to draw a line in the sand. At least you know where I stand on that line of the sand now. Do with that as you will. And I would start buying seed counts, y'all.
Wow. And Lily.
Hey, gamers.
Prison, honey.
Hey. I think I've voiced this to a lot of you that right now I don't think a large enough group of you at least have like a reason to vote me out unless it's just like a general like you think that I'm a good player and it's a threat and it's like a blind side or something. In which case, like iconic. Let's make an episode. I think it's the 100th, so T. But if it's a blind side, then like. But other than, I guess, unless you are trying to get me out because you just think I'm a good player and you just want me gone because you don't want me in the finale or something, I don't really feel like I've made moves against a big enough group of you to like really warrant that for gameplay. You know what I mean? I think I'm still a very usable ally to enough of you that I wouldn't really understand unless it's just a fuck her, let's get her out of here. In which case, like, good for me, I guess.
The voters met before this, and we came to consensus that we were going to keep Lily and get rid of Brady. I told them that I would do whatever they wanted, and so that is what I'm going to do.
We have the voting house, I'll call it, the voting squad this week has been all working with, it's on the other side, Brady, okay? But we all agree that he's been more unpredictable. And Lily, last minute, made a compelling argument to Miss Meredith, and Meredith has vetted for her and also made the argument that she would be more reliable going forward and that she's extremely honest, she carries through and stuff like that. Is it not iconic? Another I told you so. Baby, in your speech you told everybody, if you're on a sinking ship, jump. And I probably could have saved you. No, I definitely could have saved you. But it's hard to constantly defend an ally who doesn't listen to anything you say. I feel like goddamn Chicken Little saying the sky is falling. No one believes me. But I don't think I need to rehearse saying I told you so anymore. I still love you, but Lily and I have been #1 since the So I'm voting for you, Brady.
I kind of scattered a bit this round and started looking at other options, but then I talked to Ross and Patrick, and I'm such a softie that I was like, I can't do it. I couldn't go against them. I would have to be backed into the world's smallest corner. That's not the game I really want to play to go against them, but it is nice to know that like I could have options, hopefully, if things did start going wrong, but we still have green thumb. I apparently have an alarming amount of seeds, but I do plan to maybe get rid of some of those in gestures of goodwill, but I don't know, it's getting intense. It's getting down to the wire. For this vote, at the end of the day, neither of these players is a final for me. I'll leave both of them gone at some point. And Lily made a very compelling argument for herself. Kudos to her for being able to get herself out of the situation when I thought this would be the round that she would go.
Hello, All-Stars! Once again, we find ourselves at a banishment ceremony. Who will it be? It's so crazy. I can't even imagine.
By a score and vote of 4-0. I am so sorry. Brady, you had it.
Alright, on my way out, this person knows who they are. Your read is completely correct. Everything you told me, you said I told you so every round, and you did. And to that person, go out and win, because the jury vote for me is a lock already.
Hello, Final 7. Welcome to this week's challenge. As a reminder, last week's Sunflower and Rose cannot compete. This week's challenge is a memory game. There are grids around the courtyard for the different powers that are up for grabs. Sunflower, Rose, and 2 seeds. The first player to recreate each grid wins that power.
And since green thumb is still in place, since it's not a typical flower picking ceremony, you can play it immediately after the challenge and just take the straight up power.
Check.
Alright, Ross wins Sunflower. Just go into Rose.
Two seeds, ladies.
Girl had a shoelace under.
Hey, Jessica won Rose, man.
Yeah, no, I know. I choose one.
Are you on for 2 seeds?
I don't know it at all. I already switched these. Check. Yeah.
Alright, Abigail wins 2 seeds.
Sorry.
She said, I forgot what I'm looking
All right, at the completion of this challenge, Sunflower is being awarded to Ross. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Jessica has earned the rose, and Abrielle will get 2 seeds. Grandmama, thank you so much. Good job.